Hello and welcome to Get Played. Today I'll be reviewing Battleforge by EA Games. Battleforge is a free-to-play MMORTS that was made in 2009. Battleforge has a full-blown campaign mode, with both multiplayer and single-player missions scattered throughout it. The campaign is broken into small sections, with the majority of it following Rogan Kell, the leader of the humans, as he leads his people back onto the surface of the world. In the game itself, you're what's known as a Sky Lord, which are beings that can call forth ancient creatures from cards or tablets or something. Maybe you just summon them? I'm not real sure on the specifics for that, since it never told me what was up with it. For a game made in 2009, the graphics are amazing. Aside from textures looking out of place if you focus on them too much, the graphics are flawless. If you aren't rushing through the campaign or PvPing, most of your time will be spent in the Forge, which is sort of like the waiting room where you do everything. It allows you to summon out all of your creatures and summon stuff for them to fight. It's a nice addition to the game, and it makes it easy to see what cards work well together without having to go in and out of matches. There are 4 elements in the game: fire, ice, nature, and shadow. You can mix these 4 together and make several different types as well. Then there's a neutral color. Cards of this type are usually main characters from the campaign, and only one of each card can be called out at a time. When you start the game, you'll have an assortment of starter cards. In order to get new cards, you need to either trade or buy them. All transactions in the game are done with BFP or Battleforge points. You have to pay for these, and this will more than likely turn a lot of people away from the game. You can get 1 BFP every day for playing the game for at least 15 minutes. Mostly all the cards in the game that are rare will cost you 200 plus BFP, but a lot of the cards can be bought for 3 to 5 BFP. It isn't the best system ever, but it at least lets you have a chance to get their in-game currency without paying for it. You can buy booster packs and entire decks for 250 to 500 BFP. In the campaign, random battle mode, and PvP, it starts you with 1 orb. Orbs are used to summon creatures of whatever color your orb is. Your first orb will take the color of the first thing you summon. Each orb after that will cost you power, which is the resource for summoning. You gain power by building power shrines. You start with 2 of these, and can build more as you find them. There are plenty on every map, so you never feel like you're wasting your time waiting for your power to build up. Each time a creature in your control dies, you're refunded part of the cost to summon that creature. This helps a lot when you can't summon any more creatures, and you need to manually kill some off. Cards aren't just restricted to creatures, however. There are spells and buildings. Buildings range from resource boosters to turrets to blockades. Spells can be anything from a hill to an explosion that deals damage to everything caught in it. PvP is fast-paced and usually ends in 10 to 15 minutes if you're playing against someone who's decent. Playing against a high-level opponent, however, isn't fun, since the majority of them will just end the match without giving you a chance to do anything. The story mode to the game is also very good. It has great voice work and felt well thought out. I also liked most of the main characters in it, my favorite being Rogan Kell. The community has a lot of people in it. However, people rarely talk, and the majority of people trading are just beggars looking for free cards, or someone trying to sell theirs for an overly high amount. The auction area is also full of people who undercut you by 1 BFP constantly, and the process repeats endlessly until the card is at 40 to 50 less than it should be. This isn't a bad thing though, since with a sharp eye you can easily make a ton of BFP by just buying the undercut stuff out of the auctions. I've never seen a game like Battleforge, and it was a refreshing change from the normal, but with a cash shop that pretty much forces you into buying from it, and a mid-level learning curve, most people should look away from this one.